Today is May 24th, AD 2024. The pleasant good evening and welcome to News Deck's 45 minutes of news about Liberia, Africa, and our global village. My name is Hansen Decker presenting. In airlines alone, last President Joseph Walker lifted Executive Order number 124 for the exportation of unprocessed rubber as the consortium of rubber sector actors hails the Liberian leader in Bon County represent the fully formula for elevating their plight for brutalizing the female Liberia National Police District patrolman Jerome Topa sent to court for onward prosecution. As the legal battle begins, the Ministry of Finance Associate Justice Yusuf Kaba is still ordered on the Deputy Finance Minister action to cut the salary of the years in Director of a Fiscal Audit Unit Controller at the Ministry of Finance and away from Liberia, the South region is facing great risk of genocide. For region is focused on conflicts in Ukraine and Gaza. England expect warns this is development some in the doors of news makers schools are anticipating on this second news program. We take a break. Be back. Let's welcome Johnson Batoman to bring us the news bulletin for development. Good evening, Johnson.
Evening has been you to all. Joseph Walker has lifted Executive Order 124, which placed a moratorium on the exportation of unprocessed rubber. It can be called former President George Will in 2023 placed a ban on the exportation of unprocessed rubber, something which brought controversy within the rubber sector by the actors. But despite of the controversies, President Walker announced lifted the executive order. This replacing Executive Order 132, which allows the petition of unprocessed rubber. The President's action in consortium of rubber actors of Liberia, which constitutes local rubber farmers in this first other President Joseph Walker for lifting the ban to it as the rubber revolution, Liberia taking charge for community economic growth. According to Castle, the lifting of the ban is a manifestation of President Walker's willingness to listen to the citizens, something which we said will lead smallholder rubber farmers from poverty. Castle further held on county present representative for the formula for ensuring that the interests of smallholder rubber farmers are protected in the House of Representatives. Representative for the formula band by the constitution of rebel center artists of Liberia comes following his initiation of his fight for lifting the ban from the House of Representatives. The advocacy of one county district 7 representative saw the lower house voting for the lifting of the executive order, and which decision was subsequently communicated with the House of Senate for actions where the president's decision in favor of the lower house or the lower farmers. The Liberian National Police have immediate effect. The patrolmen ruled for what the other termed as police brutality against a female. Patrolmen took past action according to RC education correspondent or according to the Liberian National Police violate the administrative instructions or on discipline and professional standard. Section 6.11 caption criminal misconduct. Section 6.1.3 caption abuse of authority. Section 6.114 caption assault. You can recall 11/24 Bartolome Romeo Topa caught in a fist fight with his neighbor identified as Eric Tab, at which time Officer Romeo Topa allegedly wounded Kapita, daughter of Eric Tab, on her forehead with a machete, something that prompted the Liberian National Police prompt and subsequent action following police investigative findings during the preliminary investigation. investigation, according to the LMP. It was established that officers Wumita or Wumitupa and the victim's father, Erita, had a land issue for more than a year, thus resulting in a fistfight between the two individuals. At the same time, the Nigerian National Police has warned against illegal use of instruments or any objects by law enforcement officers, which violates the conduct law of the Nigerian National Police. Meanwhile, Officer Wimutupa has been charged with criminal attempt to commit murder and aggravated assault in, in contravention of Chapter 10, Section 10.1, Chapter 14, Section 14.1-20 of the Revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia and has been forwarded to court for onward prosecution. Several marketers in Israel have decried the increment in the prices of basic commodities in Nigeria. The views of the marketers come less than 6 months into the Unity Party government, and is considered as national state has escalated. Marketers said increase in the prices of basic commodities on the basis on the regime of President Joseph Waka, especially during the conclusion of under these deliverables is appalling. Prior to the administration of the UP government of Joseph Waka, a bag of 5 kg rice was sold $3,200 compared to the current market price of a bag of 5 kg rice at 4,200, a difference of $1,000, something they described as disgusting for the people of Liberia. He, however, concluded that President Joseph Barker must exert efforts to ensure the prices of commodities are reduced. The Justice Ichima, or the Justice presiding Ichima at the Supreme Court, has placed a stay order on the Deputy Finance Minister Biochu's action. The court decided of Councillor Jeffrey Pearson, Director of Fiscal Audit Unit, Controller, and the Minister of Finance. Associate Justice Mr. Kabas made 22 action according to RCI judicial correspondent was chuckled a petition for prohibition filed by Councillor Pearson to prevent his board's decision. Our judicial correspondent further said that Justice Kaba also cited all parties for a legal conference on June 3 before reaching a decision on the matter. Councillor Juvenile Pearson Thursday filed a 9-count petition before the Justice presiding at the Supreme Court to prohibit his false action. Councillor Pearson's application to the court, among other things, claims that his board's decision is illegal, stating that it did not violate any provision of the Code of Conduct to warrant the cutting of his income. The sexual offense case between Commander Mohammed Fowler and Yatri Wisse, staff of the Independent National Commission on Human Rights, has been rescheduled by the Monroe Facility Court. The matter, which was scheduled for litigation this Friday, was abruptly rescheduled for Monday, May 27, 2024, by Magistrate Ben Baker. Madam Beatrice, according to our judicial correspondent, is seeking Abbas prosecution on allegation of harassment. Our judicial correspondent further said Commissioner Mohammed Family has since denied Madam Beatrice Wisse account to the court for motion to dismiss her action as provided by law. The INC Power Commissioner's legal team wants the market dismissed due to procedural error, while prosecuting lawyers are demanding for the transfer of the matter to Criminal Code E on grounds that the magistrate court lacks jurisdiction over the matter. The chairperson of the National AIDS Commission, Dr. Cecilia Nutter, is calling for more financial support for the small operations of the Commission. Dr. Nutter, who declared the lack of logistics as a major challenge hindering the operations of the institution. She highlighted the lack of support as another factor affecting the function of the institution, disclosing that there is no current memorandum of understanding between the entity and donor partners. Speaking Friday when she officially took over as chairperson of the entity, that Anuta noted that it is the responsibility of national government to support the work of the institution. According to Madam Gupta, the Commission at the end of each year is required to submit report to the legislature and the office of the president informing them whether or not there are insufficient funding to implement the responsibilities of the Commission. At the same time, Madam Cecilia Nutter has told the public that stigma and discrimination should not be a barrier to service delivery, adding that such can be made possible by drafting a national policy on stigma and discrimination, working with sectors to lead and implement zero action plan. Madam Nuta is recommending the strengthening coordination and oversight by resuming quarterly meetings. In a related development, Dr. Cecilia Nuta has placed a total rebranding of the National AIDS Commission on her leadership. Madam Nuta disclosed the readiness of her team to improve the institution despite of the challenges, thus lulling President Joseph Baka for the confidence reposed in her to serve his administration with a promise to make the difference. Meanwhile, the former chairperson of the National AIDS Commission, Judicial Code, described her state at the institution as successful. Manakodi recounted many challenges during her administration, stressing that her team was able to bring about transformations at the entity. The Director General of the Civil Service Agency, Josiah Jukai, is urging executives of the Civil Servants Association of Liberia to remain supportive to the government's agenda. Speaking at a one-way dialogue with the National Executive Committee of the Civil Servants Association of Liberia on Monrovia Friday, Jukai told the officials a plan of cleaning of the payroll as well as improving the lives of the government workers. Making a disclosure at the conclusion of the meeting, Civil Servant Association President Boba Johnson said during the meeting that the CSA Director General Josiah Jukaid unveiled his plans aimed at improving the livelihood of civil servants in the country. Johnson promised the CSA boss for the step taken or praised the CSA board for the step taken and assured him that the civil servants will cooperate with his leadership in the discharge of their duties. According to Johnson, the meeting was praised by the leadership of the National Teachers Association, the National Health Workers Union of Liberia, Monrovia Consolidated School System Teachers Association, and the National Physician Association, of, among others. Center for National Documents and Records Agency has embarked on a 5-day tour to 8 of the 50 counties in southeastern Liberia. The tour, headed by the institution Director General and team, is expected to visit Rambasa, Rivers, Salome, Grand Cru, Maryland, River G, Grand Julian, and Lima counties. The exercise, according to the institution Director General Nelson Borg Barker, is the second phase aimed at addressing the nation's access to the state of the agency's facility, performance, and overall operations throughout Liberia. Director Big further exerted by 206 to appoint people staffs and address issues at local CNDRA facilities as well as inspecting National Archives offices and fostering positive relationships. The second phase of the tour follows the conclusion of the first phase in Western Liberia region. Members of the CNDRA delegation include Samuel Famulam, Human Resource Director George Woodall, Chief of Office Staff Ebenezer Bobo, Technical Assistant to the DG's Office, and Jeremiah Zoe, former outstation coordinator, among others. The plenary of the House of Representatives has taken a decision to launch an investigation into the role of the police in the tragic incidents of protests in Kinjur that led to the loss of lives. The decision was made after receiving communication and deliberation from one county district representative urging the House to intervene in the matter. The current protests or the recent protests in Kinjur that caused the death of several citizens left residents expressing their dissatisfaction, while many have accused the Liberian National Police of killing innocent citizens. The protests at the time escalated into violent clashes with the police, resulting in the unfortunate loss of lives. The justice sitting representative for the family emphasized the importance of holding the police accountable for their actions and ensuring justice for the victims of the protests. He expressed his hope that the investigation will shed light on the events in Kinjal and help prevent similar tragedies from happening in the future. Mozzarella County Senator Darrell Dillon has called for the cutting off of supply to the executive mansion and the legislature should they fail to pay their water bills. Senator Darrell Dillon, speaking at the dedication of the renovated city sewage, said responsible government institutions will live up to their corporate responsibility. He must welcome the lawmaker further by naming the judiciary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and all government institutions to be of example of face punishment or of non-water supply. He used the meeting to pledge increased support to Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation and the National Liberian National Fire Service aimed at ensuring adequate and sufficient support. The Federation of African Lawyers has championed calls for pan-African virtues within the legal profession and beyond for cooperative and collective efforts among lawyers and other Africans of Google to unify the continent beyond pre-existing decisions. Fala's believes rooted unity will excellently shape the next generation of legal practitioners and thought leaders who will ensure that adequate justice and fairness in the continent. According to FASA, Director General Director Saleon, the day or the awakening across Africa to ensure ultimate utilization of Africa's measurable minimum and natural increment for the development of projection within the global community and away from Liberia, Sudan, Darfur region is facing a growing risk of genocide as the world's attention is focused on the conflicts in Ukraine and Gaza, a UN expert warns. We do not have circumstances in which a genocide could be occurring or has occurred, the UN Special Advisor of the Secretary General told the BBC. She said many civilians are targeted based on their ethnicity. In Sudan's besieged city of Al Fasser, where fires fighting are intensified in recent days, more than 700 deaths have been reported in 10 days by a medical charity in the city. Thus, the news bulletin is back to Hinsi Decker for the continuation of the news program.
Thanks to Johnson Batoma for the news bulletin and the current development. The bulletin of news it is regular feature on the news program. If you are just joining us in one of the top developments we are following as the legal battle deepens at the Ministry of Finance, Associate Justice Yusuf Kawapwe still ordered on the Deputy Finance Minister Bill Jones' action to cut the salary of Councillor Juvenile Pearson, Director of Fiscal Audit Unit, Controller at the Ministry of Finance. Let's bring you the voices of the newsmakers. The chairperson of the National AIDS Commission, Dr. Cecilia Nuttall, is calling for more support for the smooth operations of the commission. Dr. Nuttall, who declared the lack of logistics as a major challenge hindering the operations, said her administration will ensure that the best things are done.
We therefore urge the government to provide more financial support for the commission. Essential eagerness for the commissioners and staff. The visitation of is also a challenge. Provision of tools such as computers are creating with various organizations support of the commissioner currently makes no evidence of with the commission and many of these organizations. These are all challenges. However, regardless, it is the responsibility of the national government to promote the work of institutions. At the close of each year, the commission of law is required to submit a report to the national and the office of the president in their findings. These responsibilities will not be carried out. There should be engagement of the office of the president and other members of the board of directors in order to regularly update them on the happenings at the commission. There should be providing a face for HIV such that the stigma and discrimination is not a barrier to services or to service delivery. This may be possible by first drafting national policy on and discrimination, working with sectors to lead and implement zero discrimination action plan. There should be strengthening and coordination and oversight by restoring positive meetings, reactivating coordination structures such as the National Economic Steering Committee, technical working groups, and ensuring that the Commission maintains full control over coordination of the national executive.
In a related development, Dr. Cecilia Nota has pledged a total rebranding of the National AIDS Commission on her leadership. Madam Nuta disclosed the preparedness for her team to improve the institution despite of the challenges.
As I take on the role of chairperson of the National Youth Commission, be aware numerous challenges faced by the national HIV response and the commissioner alike. I thank the previous commissioners for the level of work done in the midst of many challenges that face. I'm committed to building upon their gains as I and the full commission move the commission in the direction that will see it rightful place as the sole government entity responsible to coordinate and manage the national HIV response in Liberia. Liberia is part of the global village and has been working towards achieving the triple 95 targets set by UNAIDS. This target projects that by 2030, 95% of the people living with HIV should have their HIV status known. 95% of those who have known their HIV status should be on treatment, and 95% of those on treatment should have suppressed viral load. To date, Liberia has 77%, 94%, and 84% respectively. Despite all these gains, we shall constantly express inadequate financial support, stigma, and discrimination, weak supply chain management, leading to frequent stock-out of Asian commodities, lack of political will, inadequate empowerment programs for affected communities, etc. Liberia still has a long way to go before we can end AIDS as a public health threat by 2030. There is a need for the Commission to regularly monitor quality of HIV prevention care and treatment services being provided by service providers.
Why the former chairperson of the National AIDS Commission, Theodosia Cooley, described her stay at the institution as successful. Madam Cooley recounted some challenges during her administration, stressing that her team was able to bring about transformation at the institution.
So my 4 year journey at the National Institute has been rewarding, repetitive, challenging experience I had. I am able to reflect on a couple of interesting achievements and challenges of the Commission during the period under dealing with the challenges. Taking over in 2019 as the chairperson of the National Youth Commission was a bit frustrating for me. We had water over notes to start with and had to spend the first few months searching through documents and engaging staffs to find a starting point. We had only 30 commissioners being appointed through the period and was active with just two, making it somehow difficult to run the affairs of the commission. The finalization of the restructuring process of the National Youth Commission was not concluded because the board of directors were not meeting regularly. Now we move to achievements. As some of you may be aware, the previous venue of the commission was at the old hospital Abbas. It was not a for whatever agency they not, but thereby preventing them from not having working space. But thankfully, through the leadership and our influence, we're able to have government ongoing also. Though it's not where we have to be, but at least we have something. Thankfully to us, the commission was able to provide office space thanks to the staff, most importantly, our partners, both local and international, who were extra mile so that we meet some of our targets. In closing, okay, at the national level now, in the conditional level now, in the national level. So I'm going to political issues. The aim was a political journey. We have 7 years to achieve the goal is as a part of it.
The voice of Theodosia Cooley, former chairperson of the National AIDS Commission earlier, listened to Dr. Cecilia Nuttall, chairperson of the National AIDS Commission, who spoke at the turning over ceremony. The Director General of the Civil Service Agency, Josiah Jones, urging executives of the Civil Servants Association of Liberia to remain supportive to the government's agenda. Speaking at the one-day dialogue with the National Executive Committee of the Civil Servants Association of Liberia, Jukai told the officials of plans of closing of the period as well as improving the lives of government workers. Making the disclosure at the conclusion of the meeting, Civil Servant Association President Marvin Johnson said during the meeting, Cassius Boss unveiled his plans aimed at improving the livelihoods of civil servants in the country.
The meeting was a fruitful one and historic because it shows the first time in the history of the civil service agency, Director General, Assistant Director General, were united together, corporate sectors, organizations, leaders, and to be able to unveil the agenda APP has for workers across the country. Many people were there, you were here, the civil servants, the mother organization, always the National Teachers Association of Nigeria, National Health Records Union of Nigeria, the teacher and student leadership, as well as the UCSS Teachers Association. So the meeting was a fruitful one. Director Choker was able to unveil to us the plan that he has, especially with protecting workers across the sector and how he has endeavored to improve the working condition and even the situation for workers across the country and the processes that he's using so far to pay the payroll as well as the personal listing. So those are moving and initiatives that the government is one of the reasons we attribute a drive towards the progress of the private sector is that the action is bringing some benefits, some dividends to government in terms of saving costs, in terms of saving lives for the money of the central government. That is, for example, where there was a waste in a sector, you have goods, you have other people professing to be providing services to government, and they are not actually providing services. Their needs are just on payroll. So there is a gesture is taking the step now to pay to remove all the anomalies from the payroll so as to be able to save money for government. Other programs for government is initiative is geared towards angering to that. That is, after the goods have been removed from the payroll, after the waste have been removed from the payroll, enough money will be reserved now for increment. In fact, one of the things he said to us was that his entity has initiated, along with a program, along with the Bureau Commercial Bank, to provide at least pre-salary payment to workers.
Mama Johnson is the president of the Civil Servants Association of Liberia. They're speaking following the conclusion of a meeting with the Director General of the Civil Service Agency, Josiah Chuka. Let's now welcome Navin Tapia to bring us this 14th segment on the news program. Good evening, Navin, and welcome.
Good evening, Hassan. Good evening, everyone. FIFA has sanctioned Equatorial Guinea Football Federation and star player Emiliano Lopez after the player ineligible featured in two World Cup qualifiers. Equatorial Guinea versus Namibia, Liberia versus Equatorial Guinea in November 2023. World Football governed by the ruling fathers after its disciplinary committee was comfortably satisfied that the player was ineligible for played in those qualifiers, and FIFA has declared those matches lost by forfeit. And so Lopez owed Lungo investors a 1-0 defeat to the Mzamang Nacional in November on 20 November 2023. What that means is Liberia will be awarded 3 points and move into third in which includes Tunisia, Namibia, Malawi, Sao Tome, and Equatorial Guinea. FIFA has also fined Equatorial Guinea Federation about 60,000 USD payment a 6-month ban on the player, which their federation has until Monday through June to respond. The decision can be appealed before the FIFA Appeal Committee. Manchester United goalkeeper Andrew Onana says it took him 6 months to feel good at Old Trafford. United paid €47.2 million to sign Onana for Inter Milan in July as replacement for full-time club player of the year Rudiger. However, despite lofty expectations on his arrival, the Cameroon international was stopped from 50 yards on his Old Trafford debut against Lens. He then made a series of errors that contributed to the club's poor Premier League form in Champions League group stage elimination. Onana's performances did not improve significantly until after he returned for the Africa Cup of Nations in February. And while he has made the odd mistake, he is now regarded as one of the more reliable members of the Eric Tehad's squad as they head into Saturday's FA Cup final against rivals Manchester City at 1500 BST. Onana sets the example of teammate Marcus Rashford for what players need to avoid extremes of judgment. Rashford scored a career high 30 goals last season. This time, he has managed it and didn't even make England boss carriers of the ex-provisional 33-man European Championship squad, let alone the final cut. And Barcelona have set manager Xavi, with former Bayern Munich boss Hansi Flick set to replace him. Xavi will take charge of Barcelona for the final time on Sunday with Diego Sevilla in their last La Liga match of the season. The 44-year-old who had been contracted until 2025 was informed of the club's decision during a meeting with club president Jean Laporta and sporting director Deco. Decision Deco on Friday, exactly 1 month since it was announced that he will remain at the club. Former Spain midfielder Xavi said in January that he was going to leave the Canoe, but he was persuaded to stay by Laporta in April. The recent comments from Xavi is which he opened up about the club's financial troubles and said to have angered Laporta. Barcelona said they would like to thank Xavi for his work as a coach since taking charge in 2021. The Catalan club's new structure will be confirmed in the coming days, with Flick set to take charge. Conversations with the 59-year-old started at least 2 months ago, and an agreement with the manager has been in place for a while. He has been out of work since he was sacked by Germany in September 2023. Flick, who replaced Sven Lohr as national boss in 2021, became the first German manager to be sacked since the first German manager to be sacked since the role was created in 1956, winning just 12 of his 25 matches in charge. Flex sent Germany team after he guided Bayern Munich to a triple in 2022, in 2020 winning the Bundesliga, the BFB Pokal and Champions League. Barca for Lewandowski 35 played on Flick at the Allianz Arena for 2 seasons. That's all from our sports desk.
So now I'm in topic for this 14th segment. It is a regular feature on the news program. Let's bring you more developments. Mansourati County's Darus Dillon has called for the cutting of water supply to the executive mansion and the legislature should they fail to pay their water bills. Dillon speaking at a dedication of the renovated city reservoir said responsible government institutions will live up to their corporate responsibilities.
Water is a human rights issue. Any people that is ignorant of water, safe drinking water, clean water, the human rights are being violated. Water is also a source of economic growth. When you get water supply, clean water supply, the potential for investors to come with industries is very likely. So, Mr. Managing Director and your team, let me give you some normal advice. Don't take the payment of bills. If it is in your plans already, you are managing the business. Consider prepaid meters if it is possible. So that it's not a and when you are analyzing for people, other covers. That technology is possible, consider it. But don't know you and your management team. Don't necessarily give cutting begin with the Russia, with the country, the chaos. The people are building, then come from the capital building is not being water, the capital building house. And that see who are going for the people justice or people come us. And say us when you for example, you housing water facility or clean water bill. That is the only way the entity will grow and expand and do its work. Calls all. Don't be afraid. Don't fear, don't fear. No, I want to tell you something to help you ask whether you don't because I don't know people need as we tell you your entity to write down the message and supply of things. Get after to counties where facility is before the 10 year of Black Council the fastest legacy school of the supply ID water under the management. I want to say thank you. We have the support of the ministry as well as the hospital. What
The voice of Mansour County Senator Darrell's update. The Federation of African Law Students has championed calls for Pan-African virtues within the legal profession and beyond for collaborative and collective efforts among law students and other Africans of goodwill to unify the continent beyond pre-existing divisions. Falaise released noted that Falaise noted that unity will excellently shape the next generation of legal practitioners and thought leaders who will ensure that quality, justice, and fairness is in the continent. According to Fala's country director, Dan Elta Slayan, They they are working across Africa to ensure optimal utilization of Africa's immeasurable human and natural endowments for the developmental projection within the global community.
Palace champions the Pan-African virtues within the legal profession and beyond for collaborative and collective efforts amongst law students and other advocates of goodwill to unify the continent beyond pre-existing divisions and excellently shape the next generation of legal practitioners and thought leaders who will ensure that equality, justice, and fairness in the continent is upheld. In addition to these efforts, Palace is working across Africa to ensure optimal utilization of Africa's immeasurable human and natural endowments for the developmental projection within the global community. Such an effort is to foster the African Youth Agenda 2063 for the promotion of good governance, respect for the rule of law, protection of human rights, peace, and justice in Africa to build a platform that will facilitate international legal best practice and professionalism among students and young lawyers in Africa as a common voice to show the consciousness of the Delta continent through advocacy. In Liberia, Focus has been instrumental in providing some voluntary services, including mentorship and candidates seeking admission at the Bush Academy of Law, visitation and support to inmates at the Central Prison, and some helping hands to patients at some government hospitals. In such a democratic government system, an adherence to the paramount principles of the rule of law is best for citizens' compliance as a means of contributing to good governance structures.
Danetta Slan is Allies Country Director speaking. Center for National Documents and Records Agency has embarked on a 5-day tour to 8 of the 15 counties in southeastern Liberia. The tour headed by the institution's Director General team is expected to visit Grand Bassa, Riverses, Sino, Grand Coupe, Maryland, River G, Grand Jidat, and Nima counties. CNDRA Director of Communication, Copy Nurek, made a disclosure to RSN News.
The ACA's Center Director General Honorable DDS Benga has embarked on a 5-day traveling journey covering eight of the 15 counties in the southeastern region of Liberia. Director General Benga and team will tour Grand Bassa County, River Test, Samuel, Grand Crew, Maryland, River G, Grand Jida, and Nimba counties. This is part of the second phase of its nationwide tour to assess the state of the agency's facilities, performance, and overall operations throughout like the tour is to appoint the director general with staff and address issues at the local CAPRA facilities. The DG is effective in national archives practices and fostering positive relationship. Legal Kenya is tracking with a team that is very robust, the HR, the monitoring and evaluation supervisor, workstation coordinator, the communication team, and the rest of others are part of this trip. Diana Benga is also visiting the region to assess the National Archive facility completion.
Gabin Nure is CMDRA Director of Communications. Some prominent sons of Mike Gibby under the Battle of Patriotic Rescuers of Mike Gibby have threatened unspecified action against any attempt to withdraw names of individuals already nominated for the local government post in the county. The group 2 is chairperson, the man took by the accused Senate pro tempore, namely Lawrence, of recently hosting a meeting with Mike Gibby CDC senators and few others with an attempt to engage the executive mansion to notify the list of those already nominated for the Makiwi local government post to be replaced by individuals recommended by senators and few others from four tribal groups within the county.
We have received intelligence that Senator Wendy Lawrence Senate held meeting with Martin senators and few others at the grounds of the regulation. That was the essence of the meeting. This is something we have called this press conference. We haven't been rather informed that she went off an agreement with the senators with conspiracy of engaging the executive mansion to notify the list of those who already nominated and marginally lower post and be replaced by individuals loyal to these senators. I think it is very sad and embarrassing on the part of the people. Let me see these members of the press while we all say that she is acting to certify of the press for people alone. And there are others who are these senators to supplement the state of tension that the bottom line, the hours agenda to fill our party. And leaders are very much pleased with those nominated. So any action that will join those already nominated will be strongly rejected. And I cannot show you ways of request or for action and taking this subsequent time.
Imanatoga is chairperson of the Sons of Mike Gideon and the background picture the rescuers of Mike Gideon there counted there speaking at the news conference, bringing us to the end of this weekend edition of the news program News Desk. As we take leave of you, these are the top stories we have been following. Along last, President Joseph Walker lifted Executive Order number 124 for the exportation of unprocessed rubber as the consortium of rubber sector actors hails the Liberian leader and Bon County representative for the family for elevating their plight. For utilizing the female Liberian National Police District patrolman Jerome Tupper sent to court for onward prosecution. As the legal battle deepens at the Ministry of Finance, Associate Justice Yusuf Kaba previously ordered on Deputy Finance Minister Bill Jones' action to cut the salary of Councillor Juvenile Pearson, Director for Fiscal Audit, Unit Comptroller at the Ministry of Finance. The way from the Liberia Sudan Darfur region is facing a growing risk of genocide as the world's attention is focused on conflicts in Ukraine and Gaza, a UN expert warns. And in thanks to that correspondence, writers, reporters, editors, those who helped in making this Friday edition of News Desk a success. Johnson Batoma read for us the news bulletin, the foreign development now being Tapia brought us the sporting set my mind. Tobian sat behind the camera, Kokosanga, able coordinated the sound. So on behalf of the news team, my name is Henson Decker represented.
With orange money, I can send money to my buying ganta. With orange money, I can send money to my mind lofa. Just that star 144 hash. Follow the instruction and do what you want. Just that star 144 hash. Follow the instruction and do what you want. If you want pay for LEC or pay your school fee, brother, you can use orange money. If you want buy your credit or pay your taxes, sister, you can use orange money. Oh. Just that star 144 hash. 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 Tell me who I put for. Where my orange money, yo. I can pay my LEC bills. You see orange money, yo. Tell me who I put for. Where my orange money, yo. I can pay my LEC bills.